Hey Aries, my name is Andrea at Universal Truth Tarot. You can reach me at Instagram at 11 underscore Universal Truth Tarot underscore 11. I do accept Cash App donations at DREA1928. Divine Spirit, what messages do you have for the sign of Aries? What messages do you have for the sign of Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What messages do you have for the sign of Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Spirit, what messages do you have for the sign of Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, so your first card is going to be Choose Wisely, which is the number 7. What other messages do you have, Spirit, for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? What other messages do you have for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Spirit? Spirit, what other messages do you have for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Talk to me. What messages do you have for me to give to Aries? Okay. Okay. You have the Hope card, which is number 17. You have Choose Wisely, which is number 7. You have Heartache and Loss, number 3. Passion Ignited, number 1. You have Suffering in Silence. You have Partnerships and Alliances, number 3. Number 5, Obstacles and Challenges. Okay, so Aries, what it looks like to me is that you could be deciding between two people in a relationship and a commitment. You could have just had a breakup. But you do have another interest. You've been suffering in silence in your relationship for a long time. You've had a lot of obstacles and challenge in your current situation. So you do have a choice to make in that situation. You did have the Eight of Swords come out, and the Eight of Swords speaks of self-imposed restrictions, isolation, imprisonment. So in your relationship, you could have been feeling like you were in prison, basically like stuck in your head. Spirit, clarify that heartache and loss for the sign of Aries. Clarify that heartache and loss for the sign of Aries, Spirit. Spirit, clarify that heartache and loss for the sign of Aries. Okay, so Aries, you could have been dealing with a Capricorn because the Devil card came out. The Devil card, it could be a Capricorn, or it could speak of addiction, greed, envy, materialism, obsession, sexual lust. Okay, so the Four of Swords also came out in the Eight of Pentacles. So the Four of Swords speaks of retreat, resting, taking some time out for yourself. The Ace of Pentacles speaks of a new job, a new promotion, investments, new income. So you could be thinking about changing jobs. You could have already changed jobs. You could have some source of new income coming in. Spirit, clarify that passion ignited for Aries. Clarify that passion ignited for Aries. Clarify that passion ignited, Spirit. Okay. Okay, so clarifying the passion ignited, you have the Knight of Cups, which speaks of a Prince Charming, romance and proposal. So some of you guys could be getting engaged. Then you also have the Star card, which speaks of renewal, hope, inner clarity, miracles, having faith, being in the spotlight. You also have the Chariot card, so that's action and change, a journey. You also could be getting a new vehicle. Let's see. Spirit, clarify that Chariot for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay. Yeah, clarifying the Chariot. And it fell on the partnerships and alliances card. You have the Ace of Cups. So again, you could be starting a new relationship. You could be getting a proposal soon. Could be getting married. But there also could be a new baby. Then you have the Seven of Wands, which is protecting yourself against competition. Okay, Spirit. Spirit, clarify that Ace of Cups for the sign of Aries. Spirit, clarify that Ace of Cups for the sign of Aries. Spirit, clarify that Ace of Cups for the sign of Aries. Okay, so clarifying that Ace of Cups, you have the Five of Wands, which speaks of rivals, challenges, and obstacles, which could have been in your previous relationship, but you are overcoming those now. You also have the Knight of Pentacles, which speaks that you are a very reliable person that works hard, and you're very patient. You also have the Page of Cups, which a new kid, a new love, could be doing some volunteer work or thinking of doing volunteer work. Okay, Spirit, tell me about that partnerships and alliances. With the Chariot card, you could also be dealing with a Cancer. Spirit, clarify that partnerships and alliances. Clarify the partnerships and alliances for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Spirit, clarify that partnerships and alliances. Okay, so you needed to make some type of sacrifice in order to successfully have a new beginning in your new relationship. So there is some sort of sacrifice that you need to make. Spirit, clarify that sacrifice. Why is the sacrifice card here for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Spirit? Okay, so you have the emotional withdrawal card, and you have the universe card. So, and you also have the deception and envy. So you could have been stuck in your previous relationship, not knowing which way to go. You went into emotional withdrawal, and the universe just had to step in and start giving you some signs so you can move forward in your relationship. Spirit, what else do you have for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Spirit, what else do you have for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Okay. You have the Rejoice and Celebration card. You have material harvest, material and spiritual prosperity, throat chakra, and recognition and reward. So you may need to be speaking up in your current situation. You might not be speaking up and standing up for yourself in your current situation, but you need to speak up. If you're in a third-party situation, or you think you're in a third-party situation, you will be getting out of that. You're going to have to make some sacrifices, but you will be getting out of that situation. Spirit, clarify the Rejoice and Celebration card. Clarify the Rejoice and Celebration card for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, so you have the Eight of Wands, which speaks of speed, action, quick changes, news arrives. Could be through text message, could be through Facebook, Instagram, could be a letter in the mail, but you have some sort of communication coming in from someone. You also have the Five of Pentacles, which speaks of poverty, ill health, worry, isolation, financial loss. So you could be worried about how you're going to provide right now. You also have the Hierophant, which speaks of conformity, just being traditional. Spirit, clarify that Eight of Wands. Spirit, clarify that Eight of Wands. Spirit, clarify the Eight of Wands for Aries. Okay. So clarifying that Eight of Wands. Clarifying that Eight of Wands, you also have the Two of Cups, which speaks of romantic love, partnerships, proposal, marriage. There's a lot of proposals and marriages going on in your reading, Aries. So you could be getting a surprise proposal. Also, there could be a new baby. Let me see. You also have the Ten of Wands. Now, the Ten of Wands is speaking of stress, exhaustion, too many burdens. So you could be burdened in your relationship, and you could be dealing with a water sign or a earth sign, and you have a lot of stress and a lot of burden. You could be carrying all the weight in your relationship. You need to speak up in your current situation, and if things don't change, move on, because there is something better coming for you, which could involve a proposal. So we'll clarify that Two of Cups. Clarify that Two of Cups for Aries. Spirit, clarify that Two of Cups for the sign of Aries. Clarify the Two of Cups for Aries. Okay, yes. Clarifying the Two of Cups for you, you have the Ten of Cups. Family, contentment, total love, and support. So once you go ahead and make that change, Aries, you do have family, love, marriage, a baby. You have total love and support coming in for you. Now you also have the Hermit card, which speaks of going within for clarity, getting some truth, just illumination. You basically need to use your intuition because you know which direction that you want to go in to move forward. Spirit, do you have any other messages for the sign of Aries? Do you have any other messages? Solar plexus chakra. The solar plexus chakra is your seat of creativity. You could be thinking of starting some creative projects. You need to have patience in that situation. Everything will work out for you, but you do need to have some patience. Okay, you also have the Temptation card. And you also have financial and material changes. So if you are thinking about changing your job, just have some patience because things are going to get better for you. And if you're into angel numbers, 555, look into the numbers 555 and also 999. 999 speaks of endings and completions, and 5 speak of change. So there will be some change to your situation, Aries. And again, you could be dealing with a water sign or an earth sign. And I did have the Temptation card, which came out. I do want to, Spirit, clarify that Temptation card for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Clarify the Temptation card for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, so clarifying the Temptation card, you have the Ace of Swords. New ideas, new conflicts, getting some mental clarity. So that was clarifying the Temptation card. The Empress did come out, so you could be in a third-party situation. There could be someone pregnant, or either you're pregnant. But you do have the Empress out there, so that speaks of a baby. That's confirmation. So some of you guys out there are having a baby, yes. Or some of you guys want to have a baby because the Temperance card came out, which is the sign of Sagittarius. So you could have Sagittarius in your chart, or your partner could have Sagittarius in their chart. But if you are trying to conceive, have patience. It is coming. Spirit, clarify the Temperance card for the sign of Aries. Clarify the Temperance card. Yes. Somebody in your current situation has a lot of choices and has a lot of options. Use your intuition on that situation, and you do have the High Priestess. Okay, Aries. You can reach me again on 11_Universal Truths Tarot _11, and all my information will be below in the description box. I'll see you on my next reading. Thank you.